Good morning, everybody. Jake here. Out walking the property this morning. Thought I'd sit down and have a little talk with you. Comes with a very heavy heart today. Most of y'all guys know I ain't gonna sugarcoat it or dress it up for you. I'll just tell you how I feel, what I see, what I think. So today, I'm gonna ask the tough question. The one everybody's afraid to ask on YouTube, I guess, for the repercussions that may come. But as we all sit here today and wonder why nobody has done anything, why hasn't some patriot stood up and done something? We all ask the question. I know you do. I get it asked to me a lot. When and why? And I'll just give you my thoughts on it from my perspective. And don't take this as any kind of insinuation of violence or idle threats. It's just the way I feel, and I think probably a lot of people feel, but are just scared to say it. Why hasn't anybody stood up and done something about what's going on? Everything. The government, the corruption, the corporations, the laws, the immigration, all of it. I mean, really, come on. Do you really think it's going good? I mean, I know most of the people that watch my channel don't. But for all those other people out there, do you really think the future looks good? That we're on a good road? I mean, with the supply line issues, the inflation, the immigration, the wars on every corner, the divide around the world. How come nobody has stood up and done something? We, as American citizens, expected a long time ago for probably higher ranking officials in the military to stand up and do something. I mean, that is why they took the oath, right? Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. What does it take? I've already asked the question. To realize that you live in a police state with a tyrannical government. The reason why nobody stands up, guys, is because I'm sure many of you have heard of Waco here in Texas. Many of you probably heard of Ruby Ridge. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the Bundy situation. What happened to those people that stood up and said, no, we're not going to take it anymore? We're not going to allow you to do these things to us or our children anymore. The reason why nobody stands up is because every nail sticking up gets the hammer. And if you think you're going to stand up and do something, you're going to get the hammer. They're going to come with force and violence to your home, shove a gun in your face, and lock you in a cage. That's the government you face. And that could very well be the repercussions I get for putting out a video like this. I consider myself a pretty good citizen, abiding by most laws, paying taxes, being good to the community, supporting your country, you know, the normal things that most people do. People like us, you work hard. You just try and get by day to day. I am not afraid of the FBI or the CIA or the military or the police or law enforcement or my congressman or anybody for that matter. I know that I have done no wrong. And for them to change the rules halfway into the game and make me a criminal, what do all those people, what do we have left? When they push and push and push, back you into a corner, force you to do things against your will, I won't do it. Again, it's not an idle threat, but anyone, and I mean anyone, coming onto my property, trespassing, using force and violence against my family, I consider that a direct threat upon my life. And I will respond accordingly. You know, the forefathers of this country, the people that gave us what we have today, and it doesn't matter if you're red or blue, black or white, green or pink, the country that you live in today was founded and built by people the government considered terrorists, extremists, and radicals. They gave us what we have today. They drew their line in the sand and they stood on it. Have you drawn your line in the sand? I'm near 50 years old. I am 50 years old. Still got a lot of good life left in me. But I got no problem saying the best part of my life is probably over. So what do you do? What happens when you start backing us into a corner? Forcing things upon us against our will. You know, there are reasons why those rights were written down on paper. It's so that you could physically see them. Because no rights are given to me by paper and ink. The man upstairs gives me my rights. He gave me the right to protect my family, my property. He gave me the ability to build a homestead and provide for my family. He is the one that gave me my rights, not a piece of paper. I told y'all before that Constitution is null and void. Powers that be are not following those laws. Why should you? Are you afraid they're going to come lock you in a cage, put the barrel of a gun in your face, take your freedom? They will. They're going to anyway. So where do you draw your line in the sand? Are you a keyboard warrior? Or do you really believe what you say? I've said it before, you know, the numbers are against us. 50% go along with them. You know, another 30 is probably going to go along with them when they're forced. That only leaves about 10, 15, 20% of us, guys. You know what the book said. We're going to be hunted and persecuted. It's all coming. The question is, where are you going to draw your line in the sand and stand on it? You know, like those extremists, terrorists, radicals did a couple hundred years ago. They gave you all of this. They are backing us into a corner, guys. What are you going to do about it? Because ain't nobody else doing anything about it. I don't mean go out and pick a fight, but you better be ready for the fight to come to you. Because it's going to. Just look around. Look at the agenda they are pushing on you. Everybody wants to get excited. Oh, the gas came down 50 cents, 75 cents. Oh boy, things are getting better. You know, they're gonna lie and give you some CPI index number or some inflation number or some other bullshit number they make up, you know. You know what the truth is. You're the one going to the store. You're the one paying for all this. So when and where are you going to draw your line in the sand? Force and violence against peaceful people can only be met with the same or greater force and violence. They written that stuff down a couple hundred years ago, guys, so you could read it and understand it. I think we're beyond paper and ink at this point. It's all up to the guy upstairs. Where do you stand? How do you feel? Are you going to comply? Remember, guys, they are going to come for you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But the wheels are in motion to make you comply. And they don't care if you do or not, because they're going to send their minions out to force you. Be ready for it. Make your stand. Be ready to make it alone, because the patriots, the vets, the 3%ers, they're not going to come help. You're going to face that decision alone, guys. Are you ready for it? Do you believe in it? Are you willing to die for it? Remember those numbers. There's probably only 10 or 15% of us out there that are. The people that want to be left alone, they haven't even fucking stood up yet. Many bad things are yet to come, guys. Prepare the best you can. Do the things. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all the new people. Again, no idle threats. Just how I feel, and I think a lot of other people feel. And if they do feel that way and they're ready to make a stand, things are fixing to start going downhill pretty quick. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe out there.